Operant conditioning or operant learning is a process of learning whereby a behaviour is strengthened or weakened by its consequences. In this demonstration, we will be focusing on the positive and negative reinforcement components of operant conditioning. There are two types of reinforcements used in this process, positive and negative reinforcement. Before I explain these two types of reinforcements, I first want to explain the term stimulus. A stimulus, in the most simplistic way explained, is a thing or event that evokes a specific reaction. The first type of reinforcement is positive reinforcement, also known as reward learning, where a stimulus is introduced or increased to strengthen a behaviour. The second type of reinforcement is negative reinforcement, where a stimulus is removed or decreased to strengthen a behaviour. Both of these reinforcers are used to strengthen the desired behaviour trying to be achieved.
In the first scenario, Jamie demonstrates positive reinforcement in action. Jamie tries to start his new motor vehicle. He does this by turning the ignition on, and to his surprise, the car engine starts. Jamie is rewarded by the positive reinforcer, or reward, that his new car starts when he turns the ignition on. Therefore, Jamie associates a reward of his new car starting by turning the ignition on. In the second scenario, Jamie demonstrates negative reinforcement in action. Jamie's older sister Tegan, after driving down to the local 7-Eleven to pick up a packet of cigarettes, forgets to turn the stereo down when turning the ignition off on Jamie's new motor vehicle, leaving the stereo still on full blast. Jamie goes to start his new motor vehicle, receives an immediate shock with the loud noise blaring from the stereo, and turns the stereo down to avoid the loud noise. The reduction in noise alters Jamie's behaviour to turn the stereo down, reinforcing Jamie to avoid or escape the situation of loud noise by turning the stereo down to a lower level.
My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun.
Oh my gosh. Look at her. I'm doing fuck him in my automobile. Let him eat it with his grills. He keep telling me to chill. He keep telling me it's real that he love my sex appeal. Say he don't like I'm bony. He wants to.
The main distinguishing features in operant conditioning between positive and negative reinforcement and positive and negative punishment are that positive and negative reinforcement involves a voluntary action whereby the subject chooses to change their behaviour, whereas positive and negative punishment involves an involuntary or reflex action whereby the subject does not choose to change their behaviour voluntarily. Therefore, positive reinforcement adds to or increases to strengthen a behaviour by giving a reward or increasing the intensity of something, whereas negative reinforcement takes away or decreases to strengthen a behaviour by removing or reducing the intensity of something.
All actors in this film were expert stuntsmen, and we do not advise that any stunts are simulated by untrained members of society and will not be held liable for any stunts replicated. All stunts were conducted by trained professionals. No laws were broken in the making of this film. Viewers' discretion was advised.